Welcome to my Lasso podcast. Let's get into it. Welcome to my Lasso podcast. Today is Thursday. It is the Thursday episode. Hopefully you guys are having a good middle of the week, almost end of the week kind of deal. You guys are here for the book, obviously, to enjoy. I know last week we left off on a bit of a cliffhanger. Oh, baby, we left off on a cliffhanger last week. So, obviously, I'm glad that you guys are back. You guys are going to be excited to get into the next few chapters. But before we do, I have a lot of announcements. If you did not get a chance to check out the Tuesday episode, I want to go ahead and reiterate some stuff for you guys. If you guys did catch the Tuesday episode, I did announce that we do now have a Twitter. Or an X, if you will, and we're gonna be posting a lot of stuff there. I'm gonna be posting like full episodes there, so the Sunday episodes I'm gonna be posting those full episodes there. All our clips are gonna get posted there as well, so definitely get tapped in for that. As well as Facebook. We now have a Facebook. So if you guys want to follow us on X and Facebook, that would be much appreciated. All the links are going to be down in the description, all that good stuff. So I do appreciate if you could drop us a follow and all that niceness. We are also sponsored now by Linktree, and Linktree we have some affiliate sponsors for you guys. So again, if you guys have ever wanted to get into content creation, whether it's being a podcaster, a streamer, a YouTuber, a gaming YouTuber, whatever it may be, whatever it is that you want to do, we do offer some equipment recommendations. We have some microphones as well as like microphone arms. We have some interfaces and all that kind of stuff. Here we do get a bit of a kickback for anything that you guys go ahead and purchase. We're working with companies like Mono, Toner, Rode, Shure, Fifine, and so you know what I mean. We want you guys to kind of be able to be best informed in the stuff that you guys want to do, and you know what I mean, we want to help you guys be able to be as knowledgeable and have good equipment to be able to start your own thing. All right. We also have launched fully our YouTube membership. Okay, so our YouTube membership is going to work similarly to the way we do Patreon, but even better. Okay, so if you guys want to watch the Thursday episodes early, okay, if you don't want to have to wait until Thursday, all right, you can go ahead and sign up for the highest tier of our membership, and you can watch the episodes up to 2, maybe 3 days early. So you'll be able to, so the Tuesday, the Thursday, and Sunday episodes, you'll be able to watch all those episodes early, as well as getting the exclusive Friday episode every single month. So if you guys want to move your subscription over from Patreon on over to the YouTube membership, definitely do that, because you're going to get a lot more out of it. Now we have 2 tiers. So we have our first tier, which is going to be our super supporter tier. That tier is just going to get you the exclusive episode every single month, and that's going to be that. Okay, that's going to be just normal. That's what Patreon is offering, and what it's always been offering ever since I started the show. But if you want to get the early access to that, you can go to tier 2, which is going to be the ultra super supporter. And that tier will get you not only the exclusive episode every single month, but it will also get you the early access to every single episode every single week. So if you are, one of those people that are just, you be fiending for the book, you're like, man, I can't wait for Thursday, or the Thursday episodes are my jam, that is going to be the tier for you. All right. So the first tier it's not changed. It'll be the same price that it was on Patreon, $2.99, but the tier 2 is going to be $5.99. All right. So, hopefully that's something that entices you, something that you guys are interested in. And, yeah, man, I wanted it to be worth your while if I'm going to add a tier 2. You know what I mean? I didn't want it to be something where I'm just like, hey, you guys just pay more money for like, a little tiny game. No. I wanted it to be something advantageous. So, if we ever get left on a cliffhanger or we're covering a book that you really, really like, you know what I mean? For the duration of the book, pay the $5.99, you know what I mean, get the episode early and be able to kind of finish the book a little faster than everybody else. All right. So hopefully you guys, get in there. Again, follow us on X, follow us on Facebook. If you want to be a content creator and you're just kind of looking for recommendations or some stuff that, you may not know like what equipment to get, what is good, what is not good. I have some good recommendations in our link tree for you. Okay. All you have to do is go to our link tree. So and the link tree is the top link in our descriptions. So you just click the link tree. Everything's going to be there for you. Joining the membership, following us on X, following us on Facebook, as well as all of our affiliate links are all going to be on Linktree, all in one place for you guys. So you don't have to like click different links and all that kind of stuff. But if you look at it like, I just want to follow them on X or I just want to follow them on Facebook, I have individual links for that as well. All right. However you guys want to do it, whatever seems fastest for you. I try to give you guys options. I try to make things streamlined and easy for you guys to do. All right. But now that we have that out of the way, let's get into our thread for today's episode. And I think our thread is pretty interesting. Our thread for today's episode is people who let their intrusive thoughts win. What happened? All right. Okay, let's get into our first one. People who let their intrusive thoughts win. What happened? I stapled my finger with a staple gun. I really wanted to know how it felt. Oh, I ain't gonna lie to you, dude. I'll be having some crazy intrusive thoughts. All right. And a lot of them are not good. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay. At my job, our break room is like 3 stories up, okay? And for some reason, I always have an intrusive thought to go up these flight of stairs and then just jump over the side to the ground. I don't know why. It's always an intrusive thought. And I know I'll break my legs. I'll get hurt. I know, I could possibly die as that shit. Like, why it's an intrusive thought, I have no fucking idea. But it is a fucking intrusive thought I battle every single day. Oh my goodness, pray for me. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I don't know if you guys have an intrusive thought that you have it every single day. You don't ever let it win, but you just have it every single day, All right, people who have had intrusive thoughts and let them win. What happened? I was left alone for a couple minutes in a friend's house and licked one of those pink salt lamps. It was exactly like I was hoping, and I know I won't be able to buy one for myself now because it actually tasted good. I guarantee you they looked at that lamp and was like, I bet that shit tastes like Himalayan salt, bruh. I have to taste it, bruh. I gotta taste it. They grabbed that shit, they licked it, and they're like, yeah, this would be dangerous if I owned it. I'd be licking the fuck out my lamp every day. Oh my God, bro. All right. Those that let the intrusive thoughts win, what happened? I put my foot in front of the girl I liked during English class. She stumbled on it and hated me forever. Oh, bruh. See, those type of intrusive thoughts are one of those things where you kind of think to yourself, like, would she think this is funny? And then I don't know, because she thinks this is funny, it would make her like me more, kind of thing. And then you do it and it's just like, and now she mad at you. You know what I mean? And you're like, damn, why did I do that? What the fuck is wrong with me? Oh, bruh. Those that let the intrusive thoughts win. What happened? Not my intrusive thought, but when I was a kid, my friend and I were sitting in a sauna when he asked, what would happen if I piss on the hot rocks? And it turns out it just makes the entire complex smell like burnt piss and permanently bans you from the pool. Oh, shit. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I've never thought of that. Like, I've been in a lot of saunas my days. You know what I mean? I still go to the sauna to this day after a good little workout. But, yeah, I've never thought to piss in the rocks. No. That is something I've never thought of. Yeah. I have had intrusive thoughts about, like, touching the rocks. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know why. I know you guys are sitting here just like,
oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, bro.
I know y'all are acting like that right now. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what are you doing, man? They looking at me like,
hey, yo, what the fuck?
Bro, of course you don't touch the rock, stupid. Like, I know. But I ain't gonna lie to you. My intrusive thoughts are deadly. I will not lie to you. My intrusive thoughts are deadly. Sometimes I be having intrusive thoughts where I'm just like I'll be driving, right? And I'll see somebody do something stupid, and I'm just like, dude, I just want to run my car into yours. You know what I mean? I just want to ruin your day. I just want to run my car into yours so bad. Like, if I looked at it like, if I was rich enough, I would just run my car into you. You know what I mean? Like, if I had enough money, I would just run my car into yours. Because I am just so pissed off at the dumb shit that you just did. I don't know if people have that intrusive thought too. You know what I mean? Because obviously you see somebody do something dumb on the road, you know, and it just kind of grinds your gears, and you're just like, ooh, you like, I can't really do anything. You know what I mean? Because for one, the car that I'm driving, I kind of need that car, and then two, you know, it would just be far too expensive and, you know, far too much to deal with. You know what I mean? But if you were rich, think about it. If you were rich, you would look at it just like, man, fuck this car. Yeah, that's what you get, stupid, for doing things. You know what I mean? Like, you see somebody do something stupid and they like get away with it, and you're just like, really? Really, God? Come on, bruh. Even you knew that was dumb. You better get him later today. You know? I don't know if people think about it like that, but I do. I know I do. I think about it like that, like a motherfucker, man. I sit there and I'm just like, what the hell, dude? What is this? But hey, I digress. All right. People who let intrusive thoughts win. What happened? Set fire to my father's newspaper. While he was reading it, I was about 5 years old, so that was nearly 80 years ago, and a 40-page broadsheet in these days were a substantial fuel load. That's crazy. Imagine just reading a newspaper, and you're just like, oh, okay, yeah, it looks like some things are going on. Black Panthers and you know, the KKK and all that, and then you're just like, this shit, it's kind of getting hot up in there. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, you know what I mean? It's just burning in your hands. Like, bro, yeah, I know you got slapped upside your head. I know you got slapped. I know that slap was something fierce. He wound back when he slapped you. Oh, my God. And it was one of those, like, it was one of those crackles through time kind of slaps. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, when you get that perfect, like, just crack through time, and it's on the back of your head. I know as a kid y'all have gotten those, okay? People who are millennials, my millennials out there, you guys know what I'm fucking talking about. You Gen Zs don't know what I'm talking about. My millennials though, the moment I said smack in the back of the head, y'all were like, ooh. And then I said that, you know, it was one of those wound back ones. Oh, I bet the PTSD gone crazy. PTSD went crazy with you motherfuckers. I already know it, because I know mine is going crazy. Oh, man, I remember times where I would do something stupid, and my dad would just be like, smack. He'd give me a good one to the back of the head, and I'd be like, oh. You know what I mean? It'd be like a flashbang done hit the room. You know, you're over here dazed and confused talking about, wee. He like, oh shit. Oh fuck. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. All right. Those that let intrusive thoughts win. What happened? My parents had a blender. I'd use it every day to make smoothies, and I always slowed down. Always slowed down with ice. I was annoyed at it not being powerful enough just to smash it. I thought I'd be better. I bet I'd be able to stop it with my finger. Bro, no. I bet I'd be able to stop it with my finger if I push down on the middle bit. Honestly, even typing it out 30 years later feels stupid. I didn't lose any fingers, but the end of one of them is all scar tissue, and I can't feel anything in the end of the two fingers. So in a way, I'm like a superhero. In another, more accurate way, I'm an idiot. Bro. See, this is one of those moments where you just have absolutely dangerous ego. And I'm talking dangerous ego, where you think to yourself like, bro, I'm him. You know what I mean? You're like, I'm him, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can do this. I'm him. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? And then you get humbled in the worst way possible. The absolute worst way possible. You get humbled by a fucking kitchen appliance. You know what I mean? I won't lie to you. I don't even stick my fingers in the toaster, brother. You know what I mean? Because I'm not about to get humbled out in these streets by a goddamn toaster. All right? I'm not about to stick my fingers in a goddamn toaster thinking like, oh, if you don't want to pop up my waffles, I could just stick my fingers in there and I'm good. No, thank you. You know? Hell no. Get the fuck out of here. Like some people they get too big for their britches and they don't understand and realize what they got going on, brother. Oh, hell nah, man. Ooh. All right. Those that let intrusive thoughts win. What happened? I threw a bottle out of the window without thinking when driving and stopped my car to clean it up because I felt bad. Oh. Yeah, honestly, dude, I'm glad you didn't hit nobody with that bottle, because that could have been bad. The only ever time I've had like intrusive thoughts when it came to like throwing stuff out the windows, like I remember one time I spit gum, right? And I was driving, mind you. I'm driving at the time. And I'm driving, and I had some gum in my mouth that, you know, the gum honestly got to a point where it was just nasty as hell in my mouth. And so I rolled down my window a little bit, and I spit it out the window. And I can see the gum stick to the windshield of the car behind me. Now, they don't see it because it's right above the windshield wiper. And I was just like, oh shit. Now, I didn't say anything, but god damn, I felt bad. Oh man, I felt bad. You have no idea how bad I felt, dude. I was like, oh man. And it was one of those moments because when we were driving, you know, the car then, like, they're behind me, and then they pull to get into another lane to turn off somewhere. Like, I'm going straight, and they turn off left. It was one of those, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I tell you all about it when I see you again. I hope you don't notice the gum on your window shield. I hope it doesn't spread. Oh, bro, it was bad. I was just like, oh my god. Hey, that person out there, I'm sorry. My bad. You know? My bad. All right? My bad. I'm sorry. It'd be so funny if that person was actually watching the show and just being like, wait a minute. Wait, that was you? That was you mother. Oh. How can I find you? Like, we duel at dawn. Because I need my comeuppance, sir. You know what I mean? Oh, bro, yeah. Yeah, that was probably one of my worst moments right there. I ain't gonna lie to you. All right, it was complete accident, you know. All right, those that let their intrusive thoughts win. What happened? I threw a slice of American cheese on the roof of my parents' garage in the middle of summer. It sat up there for weeks. Turns out craft singles will badly degrade an asphalt shingle.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Hold up. A craft cheese single destroyed parts of asphalt on your roof? What in the fuck are they putting in craft singles cheese? What are they putting in craft singles cheese for it to take mere weeks to break down some asphalt in hot summer? Yo, hold up, bruh. What? Ha! Wow. Okay. Damn. I guess this is a PSA, man. Don't eat craft singles cheese. You are putting legitimate poison in your body eating craft singles cheese. You know what I mean? I'm glad that I switched to the Tillamook stuff. You know what I mean? I use the Tillamook ones. But maybe those are just as bad. I have no clue, man. I have no fucking clue. But all I know is craft singles. That is some man-made chemical cheese right there. That is not that shit's probably like 5% milk, bro. You know what I mean? You are looking at 5% dairy product in that. And we're talking about 95% man-made created cheese, bruh. That is craziness, in my opinion. Wow. Hey, y'all be careful out there, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Be careful out there. That's crazy work. All right. Those that let the intrusive thoughts win, what happened? I ate a bar of soap. What? Huh? What demon told you that it would be a good idea to eat your bar of soap? That's how I know, bro. That's how I know your demon was fucking with you, man. That nigga was just like, you know what, man? Like, I bet they had a bet, right? They were just in the demon world, bro. And they're just like, hey, yo, look, man. Look, the dude that I got assigned to, I guarantee you I can get him to do the dumbest fucking shit possible. And he's like, no, you can't, bro. He's like, I swear to God, bro. You know, I bet you $50 demon dollars. All right, I bet you $50 demon dollars I can get him to do the dumbest shit possible, bro. It's like, all right, man, $50 demon dollars, my guy. And, you know, popped in on him. He's like, oh, look, homie's in the shower right now. All right, hey, man. Hey, why don't you go ahead and, why don't you eat that soap, brother? I bet that shit tastes real good. I bet it tastes just as good as it fucking smells. You know what I mean? It makes you smell good. I bet it tastes good. Go on, man. Go on, take a bite. And he was just like, huh, you know, this do smell good. I wonder if it tastes good. It make my mouth water. You know, why not? Fuck it. Oh, god damn. What the fuck, bro? Oh, well, he said he ate it, so that means he swallowed it, huh? Oh shit. So he probably oh no. Maybe the more I chew it, the better it'll taste. You know? Maybe no. Okay. We've gone too far now. Let me just swallow it now. You know, and the demon was just like, look, Charles, look how stupid he is. Look how fucking stupid he is. Give me my $50 demon dollars, nigga. Give me my 50, run me my $50 demon dollars, nigga. You know? Ah, man, I'll get you on payday, dog. I'll get you on payday. It's like, you better, dog. You better, Charles, because you've been ducking me for weeks, bro. All right, you've been ducking me for weeks. All right, the Demon Lakers and Demon Clippers game, bro. You still owe me $20 demon dollars on that shit, my man. What the fuck? You know, I guarantee they over there They're plotting and planning, brother. God damn. All right. I'm going to do one more and then we're going to end the thread. Those that let the intrusive thoughts win, what happened? Drank a mixture of fruit juice, instant noodles, powder sauce, hot water, and I think soy sauce. God damn. God damn, bro. This nigga was just like, I would like the quickest ticket to diarrhea, please. Jesus, this caused me to vomit like crazy the following night. I couldn't smell chicken flavored noodles for a year after that without gagging. Yeah, bro, you were just like, I would like to be at war with my stomach. All right. I hate when my stomach hurts. I hate when I eat something bad or I eat something that doesn't agree with my stomach. I can't stand stomach pain. I become the biggest bitch on planet Earth when I have stomach pains, bro. It is the worst, man. You know, especially when you got one of them moments where like you don't know if it's a throw up or if it's a dookie. So then like you sit on the toilet and you know you're just pissing out your ass, man. You're just fucking pissing out your ass. You're just like, God damn. And then you feel, and then like, it's not coming out your booty no more. And you feel like you got to throw up. And you're like, oh, bro, am I going to throw up on my dookie right now? That's funny. Am I gonna fucking throw am I I don't know why it's so funny. Am I gonna throw up on my dookie, man? Like, bro, this is the worst situation possible, and you just sitting there breathing through it. You know, mind you, you've already kicked off, you know, your shorts and your underwear, man. You've been done that. You know, the shorts and underwear are by the door somewhere. All right, you've been kicked them off. Why? Because you needed the spread, you know. And you guys know what I'm talking about too. You know what I mean? When you're on the toilet and your knees is spread as wide as possible, you know, your knee is bouncing. You're just bouncing your knee. Oh, bruh, when you're on the toilet and your stomach is just at war, it is fucking World War V in your stomach. You know what I mean? You've already kicked your underwear and your socks by the door. Your knees are as spread as wide as possible. You're hunched over, and then you're bouncing one knee. You're just fighting demons. You are fighting demons. You're counting every breath. You know, it's like every breath you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you. I swear to God, man, it is bad. I can't stand having stomach problems, and this is coming from a guy who's got a sensitive stomach where, you know, I really got to watch what I eat. I really got, you know, I recently in my 30s developed like mild lactose intolerance, you know what I mean, where it's like certain percentage milks fuck me up, you know, but I can have like certain percentage milks, but I can't have whole or 2% milk, you know what I mean. I gotta have like 1% or that, like, you know, weird like pasteurized bullshit, you know what I mean. And then you know, I can eat certain yogurts, but I can't have other yogurts because of the milk content in them. So if it's a certain height, like some yogurts use like 30-40% milk, and then there are some that don't use as much milk, you know, they use more like a cream instead of milk, you know, and so I got to go for the ones that are like more cream heavy, then I got to go for the ones that are more milk heavy, you know, because if I don't, I'm gonna be pissing that shit out my ass. It's terrible, man. It's absolutely terrible, you know. Oh, the worst. You never want to do something on purpose to make your stomach mad. Like, what the fuck, bro? You know what I mean? Like, bro, no. Never. All right, that's going to be that thread, though. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have ever had an intrusive thought, even if you haven't gone through with that intrusive thought, let me know what your intrusive thoughts are, man. I know you're battling them every day, and I know you got them. Let me know down in the comments, all right? We're going to hop to announcements super duper quick. Get right on into our book for you lovely people. So, all right. YouTube.com/membership. All right. Get on down into the membership. All right. We're moving everything from Patreon over to our YouTube membership. So get on down into our YouTube membership, man. Join up today. If you guys want to do tier 1, that gives you everything that Patreon was giving you. That's the exclusive episode every single month on a Friday. Definitely get that. If you want to go further and you want to get Monday, or you want to get the Tuesday, the Thursday, and the Sunday episode, as well as getting the exclusive Friday episode. You want to get all that content early, and you want to get the exclusive episode, as well as we're going to be doing some behind the scenes content, stuff like that. Definitely get on down to tier 2, the ultra super supporter, and sign up for that. If you guys love the Thursday episodes and you want to watch them earlier, or you get early access to them, that's going to be the place to do it. All right. Audio listeners, thank you guys so much for all the support, man. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of you guys for coming out, downloading the episodes, rating us 5 stars, all that good stuff. I do appreciate you guys coming out every single week and hanging out with us. The early access to the episodes are not included on Spotify. It is YouTube exclusive. Okay. I am sorry about that. Spotify just doesn't have an ability to do that. I'm sorry to say it. You know what I mean? So again, that's going to be something you guys are just going to have to deal with. I know I have a lot of audio listeners and I know you guys prefer audio. But again, that's just kind of be how that goes. So if you guys want to get the episodes early, YouTube is going to be the only place to do it. All right. And through the membership is going to be the only way to do it. If you guys want to help us out even more, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as subscribing on YouTube. All of that helps out tremendously. Every Sunday, we are still live streaming on Instagram. We are doing the Sunday episode. So if you want to catch the Sunday episode an entire week early, and you want to hang out with your boys live and all that kind of stuff, live react to everything that we're reacting to. We've been going over the Nolan Wells case. We've been talking about a lot of things just going on in the world right now. And then we've also been doing, some other fun videos and good conversations. So if you guys want to catch us live, definitely do that on Sunday. And we're exclusively live on our Instagram. Okay, so follow us on there. All right. Without further ado, though, let's get right into your book. All right, let's do the dang thing.
9. Jude. Violet goes into shock. Her entire body locks and she stares with wide eyes even as the waste of space's blood splashes on her face, her glasses, and her clothes. Her fingers twitched when I held the knife to the man's throat, but she didn't move, couldn't move, and she's remained in that frozen state since then. The same shocked yet unmoving position, wearing the same expression she did the day my mother was killed. I know, because I've watched her reaction in the surveillance video Kane gave me a dozen times, trying to figure out how the "do you need help" blue umbrella girl just stood still. I see it again now, that motionless wide-eyed look, as I throw the dead weight aside, not bothering to spare one final glance at his horrified empty eyes, the gash splitting his neck or the pool of blood on the floor. He doesn't matter. None of them do. Stalking, capturing, and hunting them before taking their miserable lives offers a momentary reprieve from the suffocating darkness. Only a brief moment of pure air and a feeling of grandiosity that I'm doing right by Mom, but it only lasts for a while. Then it's back to nothingness, and I'm shoved down to where my demons fester and rot, where no one and nothing would be able to extract me from these sick fucking thoughts. And yet, as I look at Violet's body that's shaking in silence, at her lips that are trembling, her teeth that are chattering, I find myself stuck in a strange pull, like a magnet. No, a moth. Violet is a flame in its most delicate form. She's not a raging and absolutely destructive orange, but she's blue, discreet, seemingly safe but actually dangerous, just like the fucking blue umbrella she put in my hands.
Death doesn't scare me.
That's what she said, but now she's staring at the man's corpse as if she personally killed him. I've never understood people who feel too much for others. Could be due to my upbringing. Even Mom couldn't have been accused of being emotional. My father, Regis Callahan, made me kill a guard who'd betrayed him execution style when I was 9 years old. That happened 2 months after he told me to kill Mom's personal butler in the same style for leaking information about our medical empire to a rival company. I refused, and even shot a vase, making the glass fly and injure his face. Mom's personal butler wasn't only a great part of my life, but also Mom's only friend, who followed her after her marriage to Regis. He was the one who listened to her and joined her on walks in the garden. I didn't give a fuck about an empire I resented because Regis gave it more attention than he gave Mom, no matter how much she tried to win him over. But I cared about Mom's friend because she loved him and he made her smile. Still, Regis insisted I kill him, shoving the gun in my hand and saying in clipped words, "This man jeopardized your and our entire household's safety, as well as the empire we spent centuries building, Jude. I need you to not hesitate when you pull the trigger on traitors. Do you hear me, son?" "No!" I screamed and fought even after Mom begged me not to. I actually wish I'd killed the butler. A bullet to the head would have given him a quick death, unlike the torture the butler had to go through while my mom and I were forced to watch, gagged and strapped to chairs until he spit his last breath. And then Regis scolded Mom for bringing him in and for not raising me right, for teaching me bad habits and allowing me to throw tantrums to get what I want. Later that night, my mom overdosed on sleeping pills and I found her foaming at the mouth. She almost died. Because of me. So after that, I mindlessly killed whoever Regis told me to, because he realized he could threaten me with Mom in order to put me in the lane he'd specifically carved out for me. We also made a deal. If he'd stop threatening to divorce my mom and give her the date nights she's always begged him for, I'd become whatever he wanted me to be. A weapon for power within Vencor. The muscle who carried out his kills, top student, top athlete, the Callahan Empire's perfect robot, and the spare to Julian's genius. It didn't matter as long as I got to protect my mom. Julian called me an idiot for offering our dad my weakness on a platter, but Julian didn't have a mom, or a heart, or the feeling that he needed to protect someone with everything he had. But that someone whom I shaped my whole life to shield from Regis's cold shoulder and the whole fucking world is gone now. And I've been on this killing spree to avenge her. Bring her justice. Fucking fill the hole her death has dug deep in my chest. And if it means death to every single fucking person who was in that square, so be it. So why the fuck does seeing Violet in this state enrage me? A lot of things about this fucking girl do. From the very first time she gave me that blue umbrella, and it's only gotten worse since. I despise her naivety, the way she just lies down and takes everything thrown her way. But most of all, I hate how she smiles even though her life is a mess and her journal is full of suicidal thoughts and a shit ton of trauma and low self-esteem that was caused by her mother. And I shouldn't have all these damn thoughts or feelings about someone from that day. Someone who chose to stand by as that scum took away my mom and the only light in my life. And yet, as Violet shakes uncontrollably and falls to the floor, heaving and wheezing, I throw the knife aside. The clattering of the metal is drowned out by the choked sound she's releasing as she bangs on her chest with her fist. A panic attack, I realize, as I tower over her, looking down at her reddish hair that's also smudged with blood. I should let her rot, or better yet, just end her miserable life once and for all. But then again, that's what she wants, so that's not going to happen. I lower myself in front of her. This close, I can see the tiny freckles dusting her nose and upper cheeks like dotted stars on a moonless night. I thought death didn't scare you. She's still wheezing, her other hand grasping at the floor for balance. Or is that only when your own life is on the line? Do other people's deaths disturb you? I reach out my bloodied hand and grab her cheek, lifting her head. Pools of deep blue are marred with tears as she stares up at me while I smudge her pale cheek with blood. Or is it because you're squeamish? Her breathing is still sharp, irregular, but she's no longer banging on her chest. I slide my thumb over her upper lip. It's slightly bigger than the lower one, giving her a permanent little pout. And I paint it in blood. Her mouth, her skin, even her soul should be red. Her quivering lips part slightly, giving me the tiniest opening I shouldn't entertain taking, but I do. I slide my middle finger inside until it's resting on her hot, wet tongue, and I thrust it against the surface, going in as far as possible until she chokes, her eyes widening, but then I pull back and rub it against her tongue. She swallows around my finger, her delicate throat working up and down with the motion. My cock jumps in my jeans and I suppress a groan because why the fuck would that be a turn on? I don't even like oral or any foreplay. All the girls I fuck know that I want someone who's game to being dicked down on the mattress, wall, floor, anywhere where I can fuck the aggression out of my system and then off they go. I don't care for blowjobs at all. So why the fuck is Violet's mouth around my finger making my usually picky cock act up? Little by little, her breathing slows, her hand sliding from her chest to her lap as she stares up at me. She looks a mess, blood from my hand on her cheek, her lips, some in her hair, but it's her eyes that hold me hostage. The blue is so calm, yet deep, a force of nature that's no different from the ocean, something that's unassuming on the outside but bears secrets no one has dared to uncover. And I want to dive into those depths, dismantle each of her secrets one by one. But as her tongue moves the slightest bit, not even licking me, my entire body tenses up. Don't flirt, Violet. It's her turn to tense, and she attempts to shake her head, but I hold my finger at the back of her throat. You must be a natural at sucking cock with these impressive little to no gagging skills. Tell me, have you considered selling your services like your mother? She pulls back with a cough, her saliva and dried tears mixing with the blood in a beautiful mess. I like the view. The way her disgusting innocence is smudged with my darkness. A realization slithers beneath my skin and spreads through my chest with haunting violence. That's what I've always wanted to do to Violet. Erase her innocence and crush any of her feeble hopes of keeping her lowly life together. And I don't need death to accomplish that. Death is reserved for the scum who's lying on the ground staring at nothing. Violet jumps up and glares down at me. She fucking glares.
People like my mom do what they do to survive. Something you have no knowledge of, considering the silver spoon you were born with and the privileged upbringing and wealth that forced doors open in your face. So excuse us normal people for working hard for our next meal and the roof over our heads. Whether we do that in shitholes or lying on our backs is none of your business.
While she's tense, she's standing in a wide stance, not the mouse-like posture she usually forces her body into. Even with the blood, the dried tears, and the disheveled hair, she looks the prettiest I've ever seen her. I stand up, and even that doesn't make her recoil like she usually does. Did you just snap at me?
I wouldn't have done it if you weren't disrespectful.
I don't believe that's the real issue. I've never shown you respect, and that doesn't seem to faze you, but the moment I mention someone else, you transform into a kitten with claws. Ever thought of adopting the same energy to defend yourself? She purses her lips but says nothing. Ah, but you have such low self-esteem. It's almost impossible to see yourself past the worthless, useless, waste of space little bitch who should have never been born, right? Her eyes round, her pupils enlarging more by the second.
How?
That's what you wrote in your journal. Your dear mama's words that you take way too seriously, religiously almost.
You...
Well, you find a response, I want you to do something for me. From now on, you'll stand up for yourself like you do for Dahlia and others. If you fail to do so, I'll fuck you in my next target's blood. Her lips fall open. She takes a step back, but stops.
Fuck me, then.
It's my turn to stop, narrowing my eyes on her. What? She lifts a shoulder casually, too fucking casually.
I don't care about sex. And we're already surrounded by blood.
I grab her chin, my fingers digging into the skin. Do you have any fucking idea what you're saying? Her sad fucking eyes stare at mine, lingering, peering. I can tell she's uncomfortable, but she still keeps up the eye contact.
Isn't that what you want?
What about what you want?
Doesn't matter.
I wrap my other hand around her waist and slide it beneath her hoodie, on the small of her back, my fingers tracing the 2 dimples there. Do you believe you can fucking handle me? I'll break your cunt the fuck up. She swallows, her throat bobbing up and down, but then she does the most Violet thing ever. She forces a smile.
If it makes you feel better, I don't care. Won't be my first disappointing sex.
What the fuck? Did she just call the possibility of sex with me a potential disappointment? As in, She lumped me in with all the limp-dicked assholes she's had sex with. I realize I've loosened my hold on her because she steps away, hopping over the bloody mess.
Let me know when you want that so we can get it over with.
And then she leaves, all but running away while gripping the strap of her backpack. Get it over with. That's what she said, right? Like it's a fucking chore. I tilt my head to the side, staring at the man's dead eyes and wondering why the fuck I'm not countering Violet's insolence with the same actions. 10. Jude. Fuck yes! Preston shouts, standing up and dancing mockingly while waggling his brows. The game controller dangles from his hand before he throws it on the table and lounges back on the sofa, taking a sip of beer. We're chilling in my penthouse on the farthest side of Ravenswood Hill, an exclusive gated community up the hill that overlooks Greystone Ridge where founding members live. It's shadowed by trees and has ironclad security that forces anyone with a wish to survive to stay away. The place I live in is sparse with little to no furniture. The only reason I have a sofa, TV, and a gaming console is because Preston brought them over, or the men he sent did, at 7 in the fucking morning the day after I moved in. That was a few months ago, following my mother's death. I had no plan to continue living with Regis in that large, unfeeling Callahan mansion he calls home. My Highness would be open to teaching you some skills, peasant. Preston leans back against the sofa, grinning at me with that provocative edge. All you have to do is get on your knees, call me master, and beg, says the loser who demanded we keep playing until you win. Never happened. Don't know what you're talking about. He passes me the bottle of beer and I take a sip, throwing down my game controller as the score is displayed on the screen. Press has been here since last night. When I came back from a run, I found him sleeping on the couch, upside down, with the TV playing some Tom and Jerry cartoon. He loves crashing here most of the time since he has furniture and essentials here and can get a good night's sleep. Though we both prefer to barge into Kane's space and make him cook for us, that weirdo loves working out on his days off, while Preston and I love doing nothing. Actually, we prefer maiming people to doing nothing. Besides, he kicks my side. You should let me win after you took away my kill the other day. It wasn't your kill, he was my target. What's yours is mine, and what's mine is also mine. He snatches the bottle of beer. Where the fuck did you take that loser anyway? To one of the safe houses. Oh, and I wasn't invited? I'm so fucking offended right now. Thinking about the mess from about a week ago, Preston would have just been the last straw of chaos. I haven't been going to Violet's workplace or neighborhood, but Mario has, and he said everything looks normal. That guy needs to be specific about what's considered normal. Or I can go and watch personally, but even I realize I need to stop getting fucking distracted by a nobody. A nobody who said I'd be a disappointing fuck. Not entirely, but it was something along those lines. Hey, Press. Nah, I won't accept your apology. That's not it. Might consider it if you let me kill the next 5 targets. No. I'm being generous here. Okay, 4. Final offer. Cross my heart and never die. It's cross my heart and hope to die. I meant it the other way. Don't be boring. Just shut up for a second. I have a question. I tilt my head in his direction. What vibes do I give when it comes to sex? Thought of asking your fuck buddies? They say I'm hot and would let me bend them in 2. Ew, cringe. What the fuck? I am cringe? Sometimes. But I was talking about the girls who are desperate to get your D. They should try mine. Just saying. So you wouldn't say the girls who want to fuck me expect disappointment? Preston stares at me with one narrowed eye. Disappointment? Who have you been hanging out with? Need names, addresses, social security numbers, and actual phone numbers because fuck me, you look offended. Shit's interesting. Fuck off. I shove his face away with a throw pillow, then stand up. Let's go to Kane's for food. It's supposed to be our day off, but he won't mind us pestering him to cook, though he'll spend the whole time talking bullshit about strength training and all that jazz. The guy doesn't know how to just chill. Not that I'm any better, but I don't need a lot of technicalities to prepare for the hockey season or win my games. I just do, with the help of some violence. Okay, a lot. Preston stands up as I head to the bedroom. Such a killjoy. Totally paying a shit ton of Daddy Dearest's money to advertisement agencies searching for new friends. The ones I have certainly don't appreciate my genius. Where to start? He grumbles lower in volume, but he's still speaking. I halt a few steps away and look back to check if he's actually talking to me and not himself. Thankfully, he's glaring at me, and his mumbles stop as he kicks the couch and goes back to drinking. A long breath whooshes out of me. He's all right, I think. Ever since we were kids, Preston has been kind of fucked up, thanks to his useless damn parents and the world we live in. After the three of us were shipped to an all-boys boarding school, Kane and I promised we'd never leave him alone, especially after he was assaulted by a teacher and the three of us killed the motherfucker. We've made it our mission to just be there for Press at all times, kill his demons, whether they're physical or mental. While Press is built like a mountain now and is often preening about his perfect physique, he had girly looks when we were younger. It didn't help that he used to have his blonde hair long and was a scrawny little twerp whose biting words exceeded his size. All the bullies picked on him, not only because of his looks, but also because he was, and still is, a provocateur who truly doesn't know when to shut up, always asking for trouble, attention, fights, altercations, anything. And although we grew up in the same world, I at least had Mom, but Press didn't have anyone. Well, except me and Kane. And now that Mom's gone, he's the only one I have who I'll protect with everything in me. I groan when my phone on the table flashes with Julian's name. Press fetches it and waves it at me. Aren't you going to get this? No, he'll just nag. It's a horrible fucking idea to be on Julian's bad side, big man. Don't be an idiot. I don't include those in my close circle. He picks up with a sing-song tone. Julian, it's been a while, man. You fucking... I rush toward him. Jude? Yeah, he's right here. Bye. Preston thrusts the phone in my face and I kick him when I take it, leaving him groaning as he grabs his shin and grunts, causing more drama than needed. He punches me before disappearing into the kitchen, probably to raid my fridge. What do you want? I say to my brother. You didn't join us for dinner over the weekend. Father was livid. I know. He called and texted about his feelings. You need to show up to family dinners, Jude. Don't make me force you. My free hand clenches and unclenches. Don't know about you, but I have no reason to see Regis's face anymore, and I certainly don't need to keep up appearances. You think I do? You de facto had him step down from being the company's CEO to an honorary chairman, so I'm not sure why you're licking the old man's boots. You seem to be forgetting that his power with the Callahan Empire and the organization remains the same. My brother's voice is crisp and firm. Every word is spoken with a meaning, sometimes hidden, sometimes clear. Just like Press, Mom always told me to be on his side, not against him, but he's the one who tried to bury her fucking death. I stare at the darkness through the floor-to-ceiling window. An organization I have little to no interest in. An organization your life is built around and that you'll never leave unless it's in a casket. Don't be ridiculous, Jude. You know what's ridiculous? The love my mom showed you before you ended up covering up for her murderer. For the 1000th time, he killed himself soon after Susie died. I gave you his body, didn't I? And then erased all the footage? Not fast enough since Kane has it and has been enabling your violent sprees. There's a pause that's followed by a long sigh. Jude, I'm telling you this as your older brother who cares about your well-being as much as Susie. Stop these impulsive hunting games and using our safe houses and resources for murder. I tap my fingers on my thigh. He knows. I mean, he's well aware of the hunts, but I wasn't so sure news about the safe houses would reach him. Julian has a vast network of Vencor and non-Vencor people whose entire job is surveillance. The last thing I need is for him to learn about Violet. If he knows she's a target that I didn't kill like the others, he'll be inclined to find out why. Julian, of all people, knows I don't do things without a purpose or deviate from my usual course of action without external stimuli. Not that I know the reason myself, but Julian's nose still needs to stay out of my goddamn business. When I say nothing, he releases a sigh. You think Susie would be happy to see you're spiraling because of her? The dead don't have any opinions. Stop fucking meddling. I hang up, breathing harshly. As I stare at the phone, multiple notifications come from the chat I have with Kane and Press that the latter keeps renaming with stupid shit. The most recent one is Press's Sidekicks. Preston. So, Kane, got enough groceries? We're coming over for food. Kane. I'm not a restaurant. Preston. Restaurant? Who the fuck says that? You're a cook. Grinning emoji. Kane. Just let me chill for one fucking day, Press. Preston. Nah, you'll develop depression without my godly presence. Kane. More like clownish. Preston. Shush. Don't be rude. Anyway, I have a lot of tea to spill about the big man. Apparently, a girl called sex with him disappointing, and he's been moping like a bored housewife. Kane. Really? Preston. Heck yeah. He's been asking about his sexual performance and stuff. I'm telling you, he's going through a crisis of epic proportions. That, and he's being scolded senseless by Julian, judging by his extra grumpy replies from the other room. He might need a pick-me-up. Me. I'm going to knock your teeth out, Press. If you're going to talk shit about me, shouldn't you do it in private and not in the group chat I'm in? Preston. Nah, I believe in inclusion. Anyway, we're on our way, Kane. Prepare the popcorn. Big man is done being chewed up by Julian. I'm on my way to the kitchen to choke the fuck out of him when my phone pings in my hand. Mario, we have a situation.
All right. And that has been today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed chapters 9 and 10. Again, get on down into the YouTube membership, man. Join the YouTube membership if you guys want to get an exclusive episode every single month, as well as getting early access to the Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday shows. Get on down in there. Again, this is exclusive to YouTube. I'm gonna be moving everything pretty much from Patreon on over to the YouTube membership and stuff like that. So everything will kind of be moved over from one place to another. So that'll kind of be the new place where you kind of get all the content and everything like that. Audio listeners, again, thank you guys so much for all of the support, and I appreciate everything you guys have been doing. Keep downloading the episodes. Rating is 5 stars. Thank you guys so much. If you want to help out even more, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as subscribing on YouTube. Okay. If you guys want, follow us on Instagram, because every Sunday we go live and we do a live episode. If you guys want to see the Sunday episode an entire week early and you want to see it live, definitely tap in with us on our live stream on Instagram on Sunday. All right, that's going to be it for me. Love you guys. I appreciate you all. See you on Sunday for our episode. And yeah, man, peace.